Hello, everyone. Okay, let's give a few minutes or seconds rather for other people to join us. Hello, hello. How are we today? Mm, good evening. Okay, for the next few minutes, can we share the link to let's do YouTube link. Let's share the link to our friends, our family, uh enemies. Let's share the link so we can have more people join us. You can share it on your WhatsApp status. You can share it on your story, your Facebook and Instagram story, so that more people can join us today. Class is sweet when people plenty. Yes. Good evening, Ruti. Okay, so I wouldn't want to take so much of your time. So if you can hear me clearly and you can see me, you can see my video, can you just give a thumbs up? Can you just give a thumbs up so that I am sure that I'm not talking to myself? Can we give a thumbs up? Okay. Okay, great. Okay. So if you have also shared the link, you can share the YouTube link, right? So people can join us. If you've shared it, you can also give a thumbs up or you give me your favorite emoji. So I'm sure that we are together. Okay. So in the next 1 minute, we'll be getting started so that I know it's a Sunday. Everyone is trying to rest and all of that. So I don't want to take so much of your time today. Please still share. You can send it to somebody, one friend, two friends, three friends, so that yeah. Okay, at 7:05 we'll get started. Oh, it's 7:05 already. Okay. Let me just drop this so that there are no distractions. Okay, let's do this. So my name is Victoria. Some people like to call me Coach V or Coach Victoria, and I'll be your trainer tonight. So it's going to be a bit fast paced because there's a whole bunch of information that I'm going to be sharing today. So do me the honors or do me that favor to remove any distractions, remove anything that's going to distract you today, take it out so that you can have the full benefit of what we are doing today. Okay. So let me just share my screen. Let me share my screen. Okay. So you can let me know when you can, see my screen and what you can see. Okay. Let me be sure that you can see my screen. So give me a thumbs up if you can still see my screen and you can hear me clearly, right? Okay, okay. That is lovely. Okay. Okay, thank you very much. So it is the freelancing, the free freelancing webinar, right? It's just a little package packaged by DG Empowerment Hub to enlighten people on what it means to be a freelancer or a virtual assistant, and also how to get started. And even, there's a lot you're going to be learning. Let me just dive into it. So this is the course content for today. So I'll be telling you a bit of how I started as a virtual assistant, so how interesting it can be. And then we'll be looking at who is a freelancer and a virtual assistant, or who is a freelancer or a virtual assistant. We'll also be looking at services that these people provide, so that what these people do. And you could be surprised what these people do is something you already do, maybe in your day-to-day activities. So it's just for you to learn how to take it remotely. Then we'll be looking at tools, basic tools and skills that virtual assistants should have, right? And then we'll look at some common problems that these people face. So I know the poll on the group, we said we wanted to know where you are in your journey of remote opportunities. And some people said they've heard about freelancing or virtual assistants, but they do not know how to start. Some people said, okay, I've never heard of it. This is my first time of hearing about it. While another set of people said, okay, I'm already a virtual assistant, but I just want to learn more. So we packaged this specially for the three categories, so everybody will find a place that they can fall in. So we'll also be looking at some common problems that freelancers face. And then the big question, I want to be a freelancer or I want to be a virtual assistant, how do I begin? So we'll be looking at the practical steps, step by step, on how to begin, so that you can just begin on your journey. Okay, so let's move forward. So you can see that the content tonight is information packed. So please don't touch the dial. Okay, like I said earlier, my name is Victoria Ezechuku Obia. I am a work from home mom. Some people will say stay at home mom. This one is a stay at home mom. I'm also a top rated freelancer. I provide virtual services to clients across the world. So I've worked with clients in the US, in Canada, Asia, and also in Europe. I am the lead freelance coach at DG Empowerment Hub, and we have a track record of helping people break into the remote job space with in-depth teachings, trainings, and mentorship. So I read English language and literature in Ebonyi State University. I grew up in Lagos, and then I went to the East to read English for 4 years. And after reading my English, I went to serve my country, right, for 1 year in Plateau State. After that, I moved back home and I was working in my parents' organization. So it was a smooth ride. And then I got married, and marriage threw me out of my comfort zone. So I moved to a new location after I got married. And for some of us listening to me tonight, you can relate, right? You can relate to moving to a new location and you are just starting from the scratch. You are getting to know new people, new places. And then, of course, you need to work and make a living, right? So you have to maybe start job hunting. So I started job hunting, moving from place to place, dropping my CV, applying, all this, doing a whole lot. And it was an interesting ride. So after a while of applying, I decided, okay, I read English language. I love teaching. So let me just, work in a school. At least that one is easy to get. So I got a job in a school as an assistant teacher, and that was far back as 2020, sorry, 2019. Yes, 2019. I got my first job as a teacher, and I was earning 50K. 50K in 2019 was at least was above minimum wage. So it was a good one, right? But then I realized that within a month, the whole stress of leaving my home so early, I leave home before 6. It's a big school. It's a big school. So I leave home before 6 and then I get home when it's dark. So I was spending about 700 naira or so daily on transport. So you can just calculate at the end of the day how much I was taking home. So after a while, I said, this life is not for me. So I left the job and then COVID happened and everybody was locked down. So after lockdown, I decided, okay, let me get another job closer to home, you know. But this one was a smaller school, so they were paying me 30,000. And so I was like, okay, at least I'm not paying a lot of transport fare. It's closer, so I don't need to leave so early. And it was a beautiful school, so I was enjoying my experience there. And then I got pregnant with my first baby and I had my first daughter. And then I knew that I had to just look for something else to do because I thought about it. If I take my daughter to a crèche, right, I will need to pay. And then how much is my salary? I will pay for crèche to be able to work. So I started making my research, and then I realized that I could start, helping people social media management. So I started as a social media manager and I was managing pages for people, helping them, posting on their page with limited knowledge, actually. I just did some, courses online and I was able to start earning some little income. And then I found one day, just like I found out about working online as a virtual assistant. And, from that day, my life changed actually. It was not an easy ride. I had to take trainings, I had to, pay for courses, and then I started, applying for jobs. But after a while, I got a job, and after my first job, second job, it has been a beautiful ride all this while. So this is just a bit about me. I know some of you can relate. You can maybe relate the whole job hunting experience, dropping CV in one office to the other, applying here and there. You can maybe relate with getting married and moving to a new place, starting a new life, and having to look for jobs. You can relate to maybe you're a mom who has a child or children and you're just thinking of how can I have more time for my family and still earn a reasonable living, right? So some of you can relate to some of this. So let's just move into why I gave people this gist is just so that you can understand who is speaking to you tonight, where I am coming from, how I got started, and for you to know that you too can get started. Okay. So let's just move forward. If you're still with me up to this point, my gist has not bored you. Please give me a thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up. Okay. So when you go into when you see an empty plot of land, sometimes they will put sign at the front, right? Beware of Uchenna, my son. Have people seen anything like that? They put caveat, right? So let me give my own caveat. So this class is not for everybody. It is not for everybody. Not everybody can work online. Not everybody would, work as a virtual assistant. Not everybody will take it seriously. Okay. So it is not a class. This class is not for you. Okay, thank you for the thumbs up. Thank you. So this class is not for you if you're looking for a get rich quick scheme. So you're looking for a Ponzi scheme, right? You're looking for a place where you put 2 naira and you get 200 naira in 2 days. Nah, this class is not for you. If you have no intention in investing in your growth, this class is not for you. If you cannot commit to learning, that's you cannot, calm down and learn something and put in the work that is needed. I'm sorry, but this class is not for you because there's a lot of work that, this will put you through. It will stress you, but it's quite rewarding, right? Then if you're looking for a babysitter, I am sorry. Coach Victoria is not, I'm not a babysitter. Yes, I will push you, right? I will push my students, I push them, I, ginger them and all of that. But at the end of the day, I cannot spoon feed you. You have to still do the work. Now, this class is best suited for individuals who are willing to invest in their personal growth and development. So if you are willing to invest your time, your efforts, your, your resources, everything, if you are willing to invest in it, then this class is for you. If you're willing and committed to learning and putting in the necessary effort, then kudos, this class is for you. If you're also looking for a constructive and challenging learning experience, then this class is for you. Why do I say if you're looking for a constructive and challenging experience? Now, it's a new word, right? Virtual assistance is a big word. When you hear virtual assistance, you understand when I explain further that it is very broad. It's not just one role. You can do anything as a virtual assistant. Now, that means you'll be learning a whole lot. You need to learn about tools. You need to learn, skills that you can use to work. And all of this will take time and effort. So if you're looking for a challenging learning environment or experience, then congratulations, this class is for you. Okay, so let's now dive in. Okay, let me just take my slide to the next page. Okay, maybe we need to do a little exercise. Let me see how many people we have here now. How many people do we have here? Okay. Okay, so here, of course, I told you guys, some people call me Coach Victoria. So I train people, I mentor people, and these are some of the training services that I offer. First off, free classes like this. Almost every month I do free classes, and I really enjoy it because I've gotten to meet new people. I've gotten a lot of connections and all of that just from these free classes. So the free class I do, I offer highly valuable and free information, which is the training you are getting tonight for free. And then I have other, advanced classes where I give you practical information. We put the information to work and we get optimal results. Of course, that one is not free, but it's almost free because anyone can take advantage of it. Okay, so who is a freelancer and virtual assistant? We're diving straight into the learning experience for today. Who is a freelancer and virtual assistant? So people sometimes mistake the term. They don't know what freelancer means. They don't know what virtual assistant means. So let me just explain. A freelancer is a person who is self-employed, often working for multiple clients at one time and earning income. So as a freelancer, you're not in a contract with one client, working 9 to 5 alone. You can work for different clients at different times, collecting your sweet money. Then, as a virtual assistant, in simple terms, you are a remote office assistant. So it means that you're not working from the company's office. You could be working from home, like I do. You could be on vacation and you're working. You could even there are times when my kids are sick, we are in the hospital, and I am with my computer working, right? So anywhere that you have access to internet connection and your devices, you can work. Sometimes there are even jobs you can do using your phone. So as long as you're not in the office building, you're not in the company's building working for them, you are providing virtual services. Okay, so a virtual assistant can provide 3 types of services. I group it in 3 types. So it could be administrative, it could be creative, or technical services. And they usually do this from a home office. Now, most times, freelancers and virtual assistants are independent contractors. What do we mean? It means that you are not a full-time staff of the company, but you are providing services to the company. So it's like you are a vendor providing services. So you charge the company for your services. Okay. So even though sometimes the company will decide, okay, let's hire them full time. Okay, but majority of freelancers or majority of virtual assistants, they are independent contractors. Why are they independent contractors? You know, clients sometimes they don't want to be responsible for employee related tax, insurance, benefits, and all of that. They just want to pay you your money and you're on your sweet jolly way. Now, we can we can trace back the boom in the remote work sector back to COVID-19, right? So since COVID-19, there's been a boom in remote work because clients now realize that we don't need to rent a office building and be paying rent, paying security, paying for cleaning, paying for furniture, paying for tools and stationery, paying for this, paying for that, paying for electricity, paying for all of these things. We can just contract people to work from their home and they will still give us the same maximum productivity. In fact, we can contract people from third world countries and pay them lesser than we pay people in our country. And they will still give us the same level of work. And so a lot of clients, especially in the US, you know, US, their population is really large and a lot of them are into small businesses, so they have their they have, some of them have their jobs where they work and they still have their own businesses. So you see people doing e-commerce, doing real estate, doing all of that good stuff, and so they employ people to help them manage their businesses. So this is where you come in as a virtual assistant. Okay, so moving on, some services that a virtual assistant provides. So there's a lot. Don't even mind just what I put on this slide. There's a lot that you can do as a virtual assistant. So as a virtual assistant, you can do email and calendar management. So think, just imagine now, imagine Dangote or Elumelu, right? Of course, people will be sending them emails on a steady. Imagine, you know, people will be soliciting, okay, sir, I can help you do this, I can do that. He has meetings, you know, to coordinate and all of that. He has somebody, an assistant, who will be taking care of his calendar, making sure, informing him when he has meetings, you know, taking care of his emails, going through it, deleting what is not needed, arranging, putting things in the right way so that he can see those things properly, right? Now, imagine having those kind of people abroad and then you are working for them from your home. Now, how much do you think your salary will be when you're working for this kind of people? We'll go into that later. Now, this is just, you can just choose email and calendar management as the role you want to be offering, or you can decide to add more things to your services. So you can even do data entry. You could be a customer service rep. You could do real estate virtual assistant. You know, there are people who do real estate online, like their agents. They will advertise houses online and people would, you know, reach out to them and say, okay, I'm interested in the house. And then they would sell houses online. Yes, there are people who do that. And there are people even who do real estate abroad and they need people to help them, right? As a virtual assistant. Also, we have e-commerce support. So we have sites like Jumia, Konga, that's like the West African own, right? Now, abroad, they have things like Amazon, they have eBay, they have Etsy, and these people, these sellers or these vendors on these e-commerce platforms, they need people to help them. They need virtual assistants to handle their shipping, tracking orders, sending orders, replying to their customers. A lot you can do for them. Now, we also have administrative support. So you're helping the day-to-day runnings of the business. You're helping, you could also do graphic design. There are companies who need, okay, I need someone to create flyer for me or do video editing, create content for me, all of that online. You don't need to see them. They'll just send you your brief and then you just do that. Then there are people who are into sales and marketing. In fact, sometimes we say sales jobs are the easiest to get because every client wants to sell. So if you can prove to them that you can sell, they would employ you to sell for them. Okay, then we have bookkeeping and accounting services. So if you're an accountant, for example, you can offer bookkeeping services to clients, foreign clients, and earn good money. Then we have travel agents, right? Just like you have travel agents in your country, you also can offer travel assistance to people abroad, people in the US, people in the UK, people in Canada. Then we also have social media management. Social media management. So I told you guys I started as a social media manager, and I even started with Nigerian brands, like small businesses in Nigeria. Now think social media management for companies abroad. It's a very beautiful stuff. Now you can also provide IT services. These are the big tech guys doing coding, doing website building, doing all of that, you know. Then we have project management. So you are the one in charge of a project. You are managing, you are assigning tasks, you are making sure everything is going on smoothly. We have website building and maintenance. We have people doing research. We have people doing reports. We have people doing presentations. So there's a whole lot. In fact, these things I've just listed is not the only things you can do. There are more things. New roles are coming out every day. A few years back, we did not have, you know, the whole AI operator. Now, as ChatGPT came, people started looking to hire people that are good with using ChatGPT. Yes, they'll say, okay, I need someone who, you know, can give the right prompts to ChatGPT, and they employ the person. You know, this kind of roles were not available years ago. So the more the world develops, the more tech is developing, the more new roles are coming along. So it's a very broad you know, industry. No matter what you studied in the university, even if you did not go to the university, you can learn some of these things within a few weeks, within a few months, and you start earning good money. Okay, so let's move forward. So before I talk about the benefits of being a virtual assistant, let me just do this real quick. You can give me a thumbs up. Please give me a thumbs up. Give a thumbs up. Thank you. Please give a thumbs up. Okay, so I want us to do a little bit of activity, right? I'm going to open the WhatsApp group so that you can wake all those people that are sleeping to come and join. Please drop you know, if you're gaining values or you've gained value so far, please drop a message on the WhatsApp group just real quick so that we can get all those, you know, some people you have to push, you have to start them like generator before they will start. So please, let's go and start them. Please drop a message on the WhatsApp group inviting these people to join us. Okay, can we do that real quick? In just 1 minute, I'll turn off the messaging stuff so that I'm not distracted, right? This is just why I turn off, because there are people, when people are gathered, we have people who are also gathering. When you are gathered, you have people who are also gathering. So they are probably in the live meeting waiting for when I'll open the group, right? That's nice. Okay. Just give me 1 second. Let me delete this guy's message. He left so that he can join again. Or he or she, I don't know who it is. They left so that they can join again. Yeah. Okay. Okay, let's just move on. Okay, so benefits of being a virtual assistant or freelancer. Are you still here? Are you still with me? Benefits of being a virtual assistant or freelancer. Number one, at least that's the major benefit for me. The fact that it is very lucrative. like very, very lucrative. Okay, so in fact, I think that was the major reason why I even, started doing my own research about being a virtual assistant, because I saw the possibilities of earning. Now, according to Zapier, virtual assistants in the US make an average of 29,000 a year. So averagely, they charge like $19 per hour. Now, I know, of course, when majority of you on this call are not from the US, right? You're probably from you are from Nigeria or um other West African countries. Now, of course, your rates will have to might be lower so that you can, get more clients and all of that. But even if you were charging as low as $10 per hour and you were doing just part-time, yes, just part-time, let's say you're just doing 20 um 20 hours weekly, that's part-time, right? Now, if you calculate what you'll be getting at the end of the month, I will leave you to do your calculations yourself. So I will not let me leave the mathematicians in our midst to do the calculation by themselves. So averagely, VAs make in the US make up to $29,000 a year. Now, of course, this depends on your skill and experience. Some earn higher, some earn lower. Of course, it's, everybody is how you sell your market that they will price you. It's how you present yourself as a professional that they will perceive you and take you, right? Okay, now another benefit of being a virtual assistant is that you have the freedom to manage your schedule. So you can decide when you want to work. You can decide what kind of clients you want to work for. You can decide what time zone you want to work. Someone like me, I don't work for clients in Australia because I have thought about it. Their time zone is like when we are sleeping, that's when their work day starts or their work hour starts. Like I think around 3 a.m. or so. Our 3 a.m. is like their 8 a.m. So it means I'll be losing a lot of sleep. So I decide, okay, I don't even apply for their jobs. So but US, UK, Canada is still between, it still works for me. Okay, so I am managing my schedule when I want to work. So for example, if I want to work in the day, like I want to start work like let's say 8 a.m., 9 a.m. or 7 a.m. in the morning, it means I'll only go for UK jobs so that work time, it just rhymes. If I want to work much later in the day, let's say afternoons, I start working in the afternoons. So it means I'll be looking towards US jobs, right? So you are open to a whole new possibility of jobs. You're open to a whole new possibility of, putting your hand in different places and getting results. Okay. Another benefit I would say is the fact that you can set your rate. You can choose how much you want to earn. Now, I know that some people, some freelancers in the Philippines, they put their price so low. They go as low as $3 per hour just so that they can get clients. Especially for the new ones, they do that. But we Nigerians, I don't think so. You can choose how you want to set your rate, right? You choose how much you want to charge. You can say, okay, this service I'm offering, other people in that same industry, how much do they charge? When you check and say, okay, they charge between this to this, you can now decide, okay, I want to set my rates between this to this, and you can work with it. Then another benefit is that you can work from anywhere. You can work from anywhere. You could be in a hole. As long as there's internet connection, you can work. You can be, in fact, sometimes when I'm running late, like maybe I went to on an errand and I'm running late, I start with my phone. When I'm on my way home, I start, with my phone until I get home. So you can work from anywhere. In fact, today I went to church. We had like a Thanksgiving service. So we closed late, a yearly Thanksgiving. We closed around 1:30 or so. And I was to, because I took a shift today and then I was supposed to resume by 2. So 1:30 while we're driving down home, it was 2 o'clock. I had to clock in. I was in my laptop, so I just turned on my computer, clocked in, and started doing 1 or 2 till we got home. I settled in, continued working. 7 o'clock, I took a break, logged out, and I'm here now teaching. Okay, so you can work from anywhere. You also save on transportation. You're not jumping bus. right? You're not waking up so early to hit so that there's no traffic. You're not paying fare. When people are complaining that fuel is going up, transport is going, you're not complaining about that because you're not facing all of that. And then you get to save on work clothes. So you can dress like me with a t-shirt and then you log in. Even on days when you have meetings, like company meetings where they are doing video calls, you can still dress all casual. You're not wearing a suit and tie, so you're saving on work clothes. So these are some benefits of working online. So um also you can work with several clients. You can work with several clients as a virtual assistant. You can choose and have at least 2 clients at every point in time that I'm working with. So I could be working with this one from this time to this time, and then another one from this time to this time. So I always like to have at least. So sometimes I go as far as getting 3, getting 4, but then I source them out if I feel that I'm not able to meet up, right? So you can work with several clients at the same time. Now, can Africans get these jobs? I know it sounds all beautiful, but some people will be like, okay, is it possible for people from this part of the world to get jobs in the US, to work for big companies abroad? Is it possible? If I tell you the names of companies I have worked with from my whole, it will baffle you, right? So these are some jobs that I myself got working online. Now, I even used jobs I got on Upwork. Almost everybody knows Upwork. And that's why I am using this one. Majority of my jobs, I don't even get them from Upwork. I get them from other platforms. So why am I using this particular one? Because it's kind of verifiable, right? Upwork, you can see the job someone has done. You can verify if this is real or fake and all of that. So these are just some jobs that I have done that I go through Upwork. Now, if you look at the bottom right corner of my screen, you will see a review that a client left for me. They gave me 5 star, and they said we had worked with Victoria for several projects and we have always had the best experience. The speed and quality of her work is great, good communication, and they were just extolling my good efforts. Now, this when you provide good service to these people, they can even refer you to other of their friends. So you don't even need to apply so much after you've started getting jobs. It becomes easier. In fact, sometimes we say that getting your first job is harder than getting others, because once you crack the code, you just keep flying, right? So the major work is to crack the code. Okay, so what are the must-have skills for freelancers and virtual assistants? If you are still with me, please give me thumbs up. If you're still with me, please give me thumbs up. Let me be sure that I still have people who are on this call, who are listening, who are still paying attention, that I am not talking to myself alone. Okay, thank you. Now, what are the must-have skills for freelancers and virtual assistants? Now, one of the top skill that is needed is communication skill. So, you need to know how to communicate. For example, for those from this part of the world, you need to know how to speak good English, right? You need to know how to express your ideas, express your thoughts, express your all of that through speaking and writing. So if you have not, if you feel like, okay, I don't really speak well or I don't write well, then you need to work on it. And even at that, there are still some roles where after all, try Indians, and no, Indians, they speak good English. The Indians I've worked with, they speak good English. It's just their accents that you just tell that this is an Indian. They speak good English. So if you have other language skills, like you know how to speak Spanish, you know how to speak French, Latin, even Chinese, it boosts your profile. But at least start with English language. Speaking, communicating your ideas, expressing yourself. You can develop all these by reading books, watching good films where they speak well, right? and practicing along. There are also tools and apps that helps you speak well, so you can try some of those things. Then another thing you should learn how to do as a virtual assistant is multitasking, because as you're working online, a lot of things are happening. Imagine you're working as, let's say, customer service for a company. Now messages will be coming in, calls will be coming in, emails will be coming in, and you need to answer them, you need to send, you need to do a lot at the same time. So that's multitasking. Then you need to be good with technology. You are working online, you are doing things, you are pressing laptop, you are doing this, you are doing that, so you need to be good with technology. I know some people will say, okay, I am not tech savvy, I am not good with technology, so how do I cope? You need to learn. If you can press your phone, you are online looking for gossip, you are moving from Facebook to Instagram to WhatsApp to this, you are looking for gossip, then you can actually learn how to use technological tools. Okay, it's just a gradual process. The same way, you were not born knowing how to press phone, you were not born knowing how to use WhatsApp, right? You learned how to use these things. It took you a bit of a time, and then you're good to go. That's the same way these tools, it's just a bit of time and you're good to go. Okay, also project management. So you need to know how to manage project or manage tasks, or even manage yourself as an individual, right? Some people don't know how to manage themselves. When they're supposed to clock into work, that's when they start cooking. That's when they remember they've not eaten. That's when they remember that they've not washed their children's clothes. So you need to manage yourself as a person before you even start managing projects for your clients. Then another thing is time management. So for example, of course, these people, they are paying us for our time. They are not dashing you. It's not free money. Nobody's giving you free money. It's what you work that they will pay you for. Yes, they might give you bonuses from time to time. They'll give you gifts. It's sweet, right? But you still have to work. So if, for example, the client is paying you for 4 hours and you're supposed to deliver a particular service within 4 hours, and then every day you're not meeting up, how do you explain it to your client that uh, Mr. Client, this is, so you need to learn how to work with time. You need to learn how to manage time. For some jobs, they will tell you, like those into customer service, they'll tell you, let's say, okay, you must reply emails, let's say within 20 minutes or thereabouts. And then email comes in and you start thinking about your life until 20 minutes elapsed. Then they can check all these records, right? When they check it and then they see that you're not meeting time, you're not meeting targets, it's a problem. Okay, so excellent attention to detail is also a must-have soft skill for a virtual assistant. Now, let me just give this analogy. Have you ever, let's say, you typed a message or a post or something, and then you hit send, and immediately you hit send, your eye just goes to a mistake that you made, or you read something, but what your eyes and your brain saw is not what they wrote. It's maybe later when you come back, you realize that this thing I read is not what I read that this person wrote. Has anybody ever experienced something like that? Just give me your favorite emoji. If you've ever experienced anything like that, that you just realize after a while that you made a mistake, or that what your eye is seeing is not what is not what it is actually saying. Anybody? Okay, so I have weaknesses. It's not only me that this one has happened to. Okay, so um, what that means is that as a virtual assistant, it's very easy to make mistakes. If you do not pay attention, you make a lot of mistakes, and those mistakes can be, costly. So what do? You read and read again. In fact, remove your eye and look back again, and be sure that what you are seeing that they wrote A is not D. Okay, so always pay attention to detail. Then as a virtual assistant, you need to also have good decision making skills. So you're working online, you don't always have direct access to, let's say, your supervisor or your boss or your client, right? And then something is happening urgently that you need an answer to. So it is good decision making skills that will tell you, okay, this one, I can handle it. I don't need to call my boss, or I don't need to send a message, or I don't need to escalate it. When they say escalate, they mean taking it to a higher person, right? So I don't need to escalate this issue. This one, I can handle it by myself. Or it is your good decision making skills that will also tell you, okay, this one, no, it passed my power. I will take it to my oga at the top. right? So how do you develop your good decision making skills? By making decisions every day, putting yourself to to the test. Okay, this and this, which one should I, keep, don't shy away from responsibility. Don't shy away from, making decisions. Don't always ask us, you go to buy something, and then you have A and B, and then you're like, which one should I go for? Which one? Okay, which one fine? Which one fine? Is then the one that they tell you that is the fine one, that's the one you take. Then when you get home, you look at what you pick and you're like, and I don't like this thing. No, then why did I take it? Because Mr. A say it's fine. No, always learn to take, make your own decisions, right? Rational decisions. Then, as a virtual assistant, you also need to have a love for learning. Learning never stops. It's an industry that is always evolving. It's an industry that is, developing. It's an industry that new things are coming out every day, new tools, new roles, new things. ChatGPT, we didn't have it a few years back. Now everybody ChatGPT, ChatGPT. You even see in a client's job post, they'll tell you you must know how to use ChatGPT. So you need to learn how to use all these things. In fact, I started working like about 3 years ago, but I keep taking new train, doing new courses. Almost every month, I'm learning something new. Whether it's a free course, whether it's a paid course, I'm learning something new, because learning never stops. And in this field, learning never stops. So you might already have taken a virtual assistant course, some years back. You can decide to take a refresher, right? Because new things have come up. You might decide, okay, imagine a doctor that's trained um 30 years ago, and he has never gone for any advanced training or any advanced programs or any, and he has his own hospital. He's doing the same thing he was doing 200 years ago. That's why you go to some privately owned hospitals and you still see them, using old tools or making some kind of old, those people that want to do appendicitis surgery, and they will tear all of your stomach open, when there are new ways, to just open a small hole and take that thing out. So new things are coming up every day. So you need to keep improving, keep learning, and keep moving forward. Another thing is self-motivation. So you need to be motivated. It's not easy, right? You're working alone. There's this tendency that sometimes you get tired, you get discouraged, but you need to keep reminding yourself, why am I doing this? Why did I decide to do this? If it's so that my parents, I can take care of them, I can take care of my family, I can, provide for my people, or I want to be the biggest baller out there. I want to have all the fine whatever your motivation is, always remind yourself of it and keep pushing. Then you need to be reliable. You need to be reliable. Let me say it again. You need to be reliable. As a virtual assistant, you're working, you're not in the office, right? You're not clocking in the office. So sometimes you see yourself, you are in your room, and then you're supposed to resume work at 1 o'clock, and then 12:55, you've not even turned on your computer, you are still lying down. Then 12:59, 1 minute to go, you start so you need to be reliable. If you're supposed to clock in at 1 o'clock, always clock in at that time. Don't always, make up excuses. Don't always come be the one that they know that we joined the meeting last. Don't always be that one that your team members already know that you must come late, or you must have an excuse, or you must know, or your client always knows that you must deliver your deliverables late. No, always be reliable. That's what will make them, want to keep you working for them, or even want to refer you to other people. Then you should have organizational skills. So organize your life, organize your family, in fact, organizational skills also extends to your work space. So you should have a dedicated workspace in your house. Not today your laptop is on top the chair, tomorrow is on top the TV, next tomorrow is on top the kitchen table. No, you should, organize yourself, organize your space. It helps to have a more productive life. Once I am sitting at this desk now, this is my workspace that I'm talking to you guys from. Once I am sitting here, everybody knows that I am working. Mommy is working. Everybody knows that. So, it's a dedicated, in fact, they don't come and play anyhow close to this place. So that is organizational skills. Then from there, you can now start organizing your work. When you're working for a client, you're organizing things. You see them putting this in job posts. People that have organizational skills. It helps when you know how to organize things, right? Then You should have a problem-solving mindset. What do you mean by problem-solving mindset? Something must always happen, especially if you're working in a fast-paced industry, right? So either somebody is swallowing container, or somebody is swallowing pin, or somebody is swallowing cutlass, or somebody is breaking leg. So something must always happen, right? Or let's just bring it home. Let's say you're working as a virtual assistant and you're working from one of these West African countries, and then NEPA take lights, or gen spoil, or MTN start giving issue. One thing, there's always just something. But then if you have a problem solving mindset, it means that you have already created a solution even before the problem happened. So you have plan A, B, C, and even D to help you in your work. So you can say, okay, yes, light is not stable. What can be my plan B? Okay, my plan B is I have a generator. Or if I cannot afford to buy a generator yet, my plan B is brother Kayode has a gen. I can be giving him small change to buy fuel in his gen so I can charge. Or brother Kayode always turns on his gen between so time to so time. So I will go and plug my computer there. Right? Then for my data, I will have MTN, Airtel, and Glo, so that if one is not working, the other one will work. So these are problem solving mindsets. You are thinking fast on your feet, you are moving fast on your feet, you are doing what needs to be done. You don't, let's say you have an interview around 1 o'clock, and then you join the call 12:55 or 12:59, and then something is just wrong, and then you just sit and start crying. Oh God, what has happened? No, that is not a problem solving mindset. In fact, I told this story to my students yesterday. I said one time I had an interview, right? And I actually joined the call early. So let's say the call was for 2 o'clock. I joined like 1:50. So I had like 10 minutes to prepare. In fact, please, if you have interviews, always virtual interviews, always try to join earlier, so that if there's any problem, you can fix it before time. Now I joined earlier. Then Zoom told me that I need to update my app, my Zoom app on my computer. I said, okay, I still have time now. Let me update. I clicked on update. It was like my village people were after my case that day. So I clicked update. He refused. I clicked again. He refused. I closed it, turn it on again. Click update. It just refused. It was not opening. It was not going back. It was not updating. Ha! I was trying till 1 o'clock. I just had to tell myself, it's like, I just picked up my phone immediately, joined with the link, and, attended the interview using my phone. Do you know that immediately I finished that interview and dropped my phone, went back to my computer and clicked on update? It just went one hand and updated. So imagine, I did not just think fast. I could have missed that interview, right? Okay, so another soft skill that you should have as a virtual assistant is discipline. You need to be disciplined. Since you are not seeing your boss walking around over your head, it can you can it can make you sometimes be undisciplined. So you are just lazy about, you are walking from the bed and all of that. So you just discipline yourself, learn to discipline yourself, tell yourself, okay, this is work time. And in fact, that one affects those who do jobs that they don't have a particular time. Now what they just have are deliverables, so they need to deliver between so time to so time. So let's say, for example, they are graphic designers and they're supposed to deliver, let's say, 10 flyers every Friday, and then you will wait. It's Friday morning. You wake up and start designing 10 flyers. Throughout the week, you are doing nothing. So discipline will help you to say, okay, I don't want to give myself too much. Okay, I will do 2 every day, and then it helps you. Okay, so those are the must-have soft skills for a freelancer or a virtual assistant. Now let's move to tools. Can I see you type tools in the chat? Type tools before we discuss tools. TOOLS. Please type tools in the chat. Tools. Okay, so we are still together, right? Great. Okay, so there are some tools that you need to learn to use as a virtual assistant. Yes. You're working online, right? So there are things that you need to use to work. Now, the first one on my list is communication and collaboration tools. Now, these are tools to send messages, to send chats, emails, voice, video. So we have video conferencing tools like Zoom, Google Meet, Microsoft Teams. These are tools to communicate via video calls, right? Then we have the one for messaging. We have emails like Gmail, Outlook, and all of that. We have the one for voice, making voice calls, like we have Ring Central, we have Air Call, we have even Google Voice, Voinage. We have different types of voice call tools and even chat. So we have Intercom, we have Fresh Deck, we have Zendex. These are things that you need to learn how to use. Some people will decide, okay, I want to go and watch how to use these tools on YouTube. Fine and good. But if you also need someone to tell you, okay, these are the tools you need to learn, this is how to use it, showing you step by step, that also helps. Now you can also learn how to use file sharing and storage tools. I think I will drop a tutorial video that I made for my students, but I'll drop it for you guys for free on the group chat, how to use Google Drive, right? You can't tell me you are working online and you don't know how to use Google Drive, or you don't know how to use any file sharing and storage tools. Then how do you share documents to your clients? How do you share things? How do you work? How? Okay, so these are tools for sharing and storing documents securely. So we have Google Drive, we have OneDrive, we have Dropbox, we have different types of tools for file sharing. Then we also have project management tools. So these are tools for managing tasks, deadlines, and for collaboration. So we have Asana, we have Trello, we have Monday.com, we have different tools that you need to learn how to use, right? Then we also have calendar and scheduling tools. So these are tools to set appointments, to schedule, to manage your client's calendar. So we have Calendly, we have Acuity, we have Peak Time, we have Zcal. These are tools you can use to manage for schedule management and to set appointments. Now, there are still more tools, right? These are just the basic ones that I feel that you should know how to use as a virtual assistant. There are still ones that I leave for my advanced people. Okay, so let's move forward. How many skills do freelancers rely on? Now, there was a study that was done, and then they found out that over 61% of freelancers have 2 to 3 skills that they rely on. So it means that they have different skills that they learned how to do that is fetching them money. Then they found out that 34% of them have more than 3 skills that they use to earn a living. So you can decide to learn different ones. So when they call you for this one, you are there. When they call you for this one, you are there. Someone like me, when I work for different clients, I can be doing different things for them. So for this customer, I may be doing customer service. For this other customer, I may be doing sales. So it makes my day interesting. I work for this client, I do this. When I close, I move to the next client, doing a different thing altogether. So it makes my day interesting. I am always looking forward to, getting started and all of that. Then we have those who have just one skill, and those like the 5%, right? So it's essential that you have more than one skill to be able to stand out in the market. It's a competitive market. So to be able to stand out, you need to have at least 2 to 3 skills. Okay, let's move forward. Now, platforms where you can get remote jobs. Platforms where you can get remote jobs. Now, these are some platforms that I have gotten jobs, and my students have gotten jobs, remote jobs. Now we have the almighty Upwork. Even though now a lot of people are running from Upwork, but this is like the best time to get jobs, because a lot of people are not willing to spend on Connect again. So if you are able to prove yourself, there are tricks to all of these things. There are jobs when I see, I don't bother applying, because I know that these clients will not hire. And then you see a lot of people applying I know that these clients will not hire. By the time I go back 3, 5, 1 week, the job is still there. They did not hire anybody. So, you need to learn all of these things. You need someone who has, gone on this journey before, someone who has walked the walk, who has helped other people to show you road. Okay, so we have Upwork, we have Freelancer, we have Fiverr, we have Hubstaff Talent, we have TopTal, we have Guru, we have 99 Designs. 99 Designs is majorly for graphic designers, right? People who are creatives. We have LinkedIn. Yes, do you know you can get jobs on LinkedIn? In fact, I know someone who got a job on LinkedIn who was relocated because of his job he got on LinkedIn. Like he jackpot with the company sponsored his travel, sponsored his relocation. So LinkedIn, you can get sweet jobs. Then we have people per hour. Now there are a whole lot. There are plenty other sites where you can get jobs, not just only these ones. But these ones are just a few that I have picked and that you can start with. So these are platforms where you can get remote jobs. I mean legit jobs. Legit jobs, yes. Okay, let's move forward. Now, some common problems faced by virtual assistants or freelancers. So one problem is carving a niche. What do we mean by carving a niche? Some people, they get started, but they don't really know what they are doing. You see them answering, I'm a virtual assistant. Okay, ask them, what services do you provide as a virtual assistant? They don't know. They don't know their area of specialization. They don't know where they can stand out. They don't know how they can stand out. And so you see them saying, I've been applying for jobs for 10 years and no results. That is because they've not realized their niche and carved the niche for themselves. For some, it is proposal and cover letter writing. So they don't know how to. Proposals are those messages you send to clients, right? Letting them know how, when you are replying their job posts, letting them know, okay, I can help you, I can do the job, this is how I can do the job. Some people don't know how to do these things, right? Some people don't, there's a trick to it. There's a way to write to get the client's attention, because you're not the only one applying. There are several other people who are applying with you. So how do you distinguish yourself from the crowd and get people to, the clients to hire you? So proposal and cover letter writing is a problem that a lot of freelancers face. Then finding clients is also another problem, right? Finding clients is a problem. Finding clients is a problem that a lot of freelancers face. Another one is lack of experience or portfolio. Now, what is a portfolio? A portfolio is like a document that you use to show to your clients and say, okay, Mr. Client, this is I'm an experienced person in this. Here is sample of work I have done before for other people. So you know that I can do your job for you. Now imagine let's say you have a plot of land you're trying to clear, and then somebody comes and says, okay, Mr. Lagbaja, you want to clear your land. Okay, please help me. Please help me. I've not cleared land before, but I can help you. I can clear your land. I just need money. Please just help me. Then another person comes and says, Mr. Lagbaja, you want to clear your land, without even measuring. The person's like, oh, I can see this land is one plot, right? And then you say yes. Say, I know, I cleared the land like this yesterday. See picture of the land. I cleared it. Me and my boys, we cleared it. Within 3 hours we were done. If you're being realistic, who will you hire in these two people that came to you? Will you hire the person who says they don't have any experience before they will go and use cutlass and cut their leg where they are clearing? Or will you hire the person who has experience, who even has team members that can help, who has, evidence of their work? Let me know in the chat who you will hire. Will you hire Mr. A without any experience, or Mr. B? Let me know in the chat who you will hire. Okay, so clients want to see evidence that you know what you are doing. They don't know you from anywhere. So they need you to show them that, okay, you have experience, or you have done this before. And a lot of people starting newly, you might not have that experience, right? If you're being realistic, you might not have the experience because you have not done this before. So there are ways to actually go about proving your experience to clients, but that is something that I teach my students. Okay, So this is a problem for a lot of people. Then we have another problem, relying only on freelance platforms. Now, some people, they are only on Upwork. Upwork is Upworking them. Now, do you know you can get jobs on Facebook? Do you know you can get jobs on Facebook? Like that Facebook that you're only using to jump from one place to another, you can actually get jobs there. Do you know people are getting jobs there? Do you know on my page, I told people to follow me. I don't know if people have followed me. On my page, because of what I post, I've had US clients reaching out to me. In fact, one came on my comment section and she said, I see you train virtual assistants. Can you recommend one to me? Of course, I recommend my students. Why not? And I sent people to her. Now, I went through her page and I saw that she's a legit person. Like she's a real estate agent. She's into real estate in the US. And she found my page. That's the same way they can also find your page, or you go searching for them. You go searching for them in places on Facebook, legit groups on Facebook, and you can get jobs. So you don't just rely only on freelancing platforms. You can also get jobs on LinkedIn from just your post. You can get, you can, there's a whole lot that you can do. So when you see people crying, no job, no jobs, yes, it takes, it could take some time, right? Building your page or whatever, it could take some time, but it's always, as long as you're doing the right thing, you must get results at the end of the day. Another problem that freelancers face is imposter syndrome. What is imposter syndrome? Imposter syndrome means that that feeling of I am not enough. So you see a job that you can do, but then you tell yourself I am not enough, and then you just let it go. I have a student, an ex-student of mine. She's a lawyer. And you can work as a law VA, right? So you could be here in Nigeria or Kenya or Ghana, and you're working for lawyers in the US. You as their virtual assistant. Now they'll prefer to hire you, who is a trained lawyer, than hiring people who don't even have any idea about law in the first place. So she wanted to work as a law VA because she's a trained lawyer. Now, after classes, like 2 months after, she reached out to me and she was like, Coach Victoria, can you imagine that since I graduated, I have not applied for even one job? I said, what's happening? If you don't apply for job, you can't get job. She said she will see jobs that she like, that she can actually do. And then she will open to apply, and she will type her cover letter. For her to click send, something will just tell her that no, they will not hire someone like her, and she'll just delete it and close the page. And I was like, why do you think you're not good enough? Why? And then I started talking to her, motivating her. That's something I do for my students, motivating them, because this journey is not actually, it's not a smooth road. It can be rocky sometimes. So I spoke to her. You can do this. Okay. I told her right now, while we are still chatting, go to any platform, get a job that you are interested in applying for, and then write your cover letter and send to me. Let me vet it. And then she did. She sent it to me. And then when I saw her cover letter, I was like, this is beautiful. You are using the right terms, you're using the right technique, you're using the right formula. So what's the problem? There's a formula for applying for jobs. I said, so why you not apply? Come on, go and apply. So sometimes we face this we have this imposter syndrome. We feel like we're not good enough. Some of you have attended different virtual assistant training, but you just feel like there's something missing, right? You just feel like they will not hire me, I'm not good enough. Or even in your day-to-day life, you have that imposter syndrome. Is there anyone that's ever felt that way? Even me that is speaking to you, I felt that way sometimes. I see a job I like, and then I'll just go through the requirements, and they'll be like, maybe they listed 10 things, and out of that 10, I can do 8. But the other 2, I'll say, no, these 2 that I cannot do, they will not hire me because of it. And I'll just let the good job go. Sometimes we miss our opportunities because of that, right? So that's a problem. Another one that people face is work-life balance. So how to balance their life with their work, how to balance their work with their life. That's another problem. Okay, so before we move forward again, I hope you've been getting value. If you've learned anything so far, please give me a thumbs up. Please give me a thumbs up if you've learned anything so far. If you've learned something. If you've learned something so far, please give a thumbs up. Okay. Okay. Can I see more thumbs up, please? Thank you. Okay, let's move forward. So the big question, right? The big question in a lot of our lips. I want to work from the comfort of my home. How do I start? So this is how to start. Let me list the step for you now, one by one. So first of all, you need to identify your strengths and your skills. So you need to identify what can I do? What am I good at? What are my superpowers? What is those things that if I do it, people always applaud me and tell me I did a great job? What is that thing that I can do without getting tired? What is that thing I love to do? Or what is that thing I can learn to do, right? That I have interest in learning to do. So these are your strengths and your skills. For some people, they are very good writers. They know how, if they write like this, it's like heaven is falling down. Some people, they know how to sweet talk you into doing what you don't even want to do. They can work in sales. For some people, they like to help people, right? They like to help. You can work in customer service. So for some people, they are very creative. They have creative minds. They can come up with content. Whatever it is you can do well, look for a niche and work with it. Okay, you will do better in it. But there's something they say. If I love my job, then I will never work a day in my life, right? So when you love your job, you never work a day in your life. Okay. So, um, identify your strengths and your skills, then start training. You cannot do this without training. That's just the truth. Whether you train by watching YouTube videos or you train by coming to meet Coach Victoria to train you. However, you still need training, right? You still need to learn the things that you need to do. You need someone to put you through. You need someone to say, okay, this and this and this is how it works. Right? You need someone with experience to show you road and put you through. Then you start training and you get the required skills. You research and carve your niche. So you need to research. You need to find out what are the in-demand skills, or what are the in-demand niches that I can go for that will earn good money. So some people, like I said, your motivation is money. So some people, they don't even love what they do. It's just the money. As long as the money is there, I am good. Then after you have trained, after you've identified your strength and skills, you've trained, you've carved your niche, then you need to prepare your portfolio. So you need to prepare the documents where you can always show clients and say, okay, these are proof of my work. And then you need to prepare your resume, your cover letter. You need to also join groups and communities that align what you do. So you can join Facebook groups, you can join LinkedIn groups, groups that, even post job opportunities. You can join them. And then you can get a mentor, someone, to put you through. It could even be your colleague that you lunch with. You are helping each other, you are gingering each other, motivating yourselves, doing all of that good stuff together. So after that, after doing all of that, after identifying your strength and skills, after training and getting the right skills, researching, carving your niche, preparing your portfolio, resume, cover letter, joining groups, getting a mentor. After doing all that, then you also need to start applying for jobs. Applying for jobs. You need to start applying for jobs. If you don't apply for jobs, nobody will hire you. Yes, there are sometimes where they come to you directly, like maybe they find your post or they find your page. If you optimize your page really well, they find you and all of that. So that's, yes, they can find you. But if you don't want to limit yourself, you also need to apply for jobs, right? Attend interviews and get hired and start earning from the comfort of your home. So this is the step, the full step that you want to start. This is how to start. So you can start on this thing one by one, and before you know it, you've gotten a dollar job paying you. Even if it's only $500, they are paying you monthly. How much is $500? Mathematicians, do your homework, or do your calculations and let us know. So you also need to market yourself and start applying for jobs. Now, I'm offering, of course, I've told you guys I'm a coach, right? I teach people. I'm the lead freelance coach at DJ Empowerment Hub. I'm also offering a freelancing to success and virtual assistant program. This is like a 5-week course for those who are interested in earning in dollars from the comfort of their homes, working for foreign clients, right? So it's a 5-week training, full packed, back to back, serious training. It's not a joking stuff. Okay. So the course outline for the 5 weeks, we have, I think, 12 sections, 12 full blown sections. Now, section 1, introduction to freelancing, who is a virtual assistant, what a virtual assistant does, types of virtual assistant, soft skills a virtual assistant should have, and how to deliver exceptional services. So basically, I just gave you people section 1 today. If you notice, I just taught people section 1 for free. Okay, so section 2, we go into tools and softwares. So I teach you how to use those communication tools, collaboration tools, call tools, file management tools, security tools, and time management tools. We even have productivity tools. I teach you how to use these tools so that when you see a client saying, can you use Slack, can you use HubSpot, can you use Asana, can you use Trello, you can confidently say, yes, I can use it. Okay. Then we'll also do Google Workspace review. Google products are like, 95% of clients use at least one Google Workspace product. So it is good to learn how to use them. I know I said I will send people how to use Google Drive in the group. I'll do that for free. I have a tutorial on that. I'll just send it to you guys so you can learn how to use this too. So Gmail, Drive, Calendar, Docs, Sheets, Slide, Forms, Meet. You learn how to use them. Then section 4, we look at basic virtual assistant service. So that's like email management, calendar management, travel management. We even do simple data entry skills in basic virtual assistant services. Then section 5, we have social media management. So we have who is a social media manager, roles and must-have skills. We have content creation in section 6. So we do what is content, types of content, what are content pillars, and how to source for content. Then that's section 6. Then section 7, we do sales. I told you people that sales is a gold mine. So sales and business development services. So we look at appointment setting, lead generation, cold and warm calling, inbound and outbound telemarketing. We look at tools, we look at scripts, we even do tech sales, all of that. Then in section 8, we look at customer service. So introduction to customer service, role of a customer service rep, skills they should have, and how to deliver exceptional and excellent customer service. Then section 9, we do basic graphic design. So our graphic design class is really wow, like really, really wow. So we have experts who handled those sections. Now we have introduction to graphic design, principles, elements, and then we'll teach you how to use design apps. Okay, then section 10, we have freelancing platform class where we teach you how to create your freelancing accounts, how to optimize your profile, how to build your portfolio. Remember I talked about portfolio, right? Before the end of the class, you must have built your own portfolio. That's like part of the coursework. Then how to write job winning proposals, because if you learn all these skills and you don't know how to apply for jobs, it's almost useless. So we teach you how to apply for jobs, how to pitch yourself and your services. Then in section 9, we do positioning for remote opportunities. So we teach how to create and optimize your LinkedIn, CV. We give you CV and resume templates. We tell you platforms where you can even get other free courses and certificates, online. And then we have a really intense preparing for intern section, preparing you for interview. So we're doing real life simulations of interviews where when you join our academy, you see all that. Then we have AI for job search. So we teach you how to optimize and use AI tools. AI means artificial intelligence, right? So we teach you how to use these AI tools to optimize and make your job search better and more productive. So section 12, we do payments management. So we teach you how to create foreign bank accounts, how to receive your money, right? How to negotiate rates, how to draft contracts, how to recognize fraudulent clients, types of payment plan, how to recognize fraudulent clients is really serious. So, in fact, last week, one of my students sent me a message, coach, am I dreaming? This. I thought that, are you sure of these people? I'm not sure of these people. So it's not only Nigerians that are scammers. Sometimes, there are scam jobs out there. So we teach you how to recognize these fraudulent clients. Then other activities, we have assignments, we have accountability partners. So we break the class into smaller groups so that you can interact one-on-one and learn better. Then we have, okay, I've talked about portfolio creation and interview preparation. So you can see 12 information and power packed sections in the 5 weeks training. So it's a really intense training section that after the class, we are very hopeful. In fact, we've been getting good results from our previous participants. Now, we also give bonuses, right? So we give the virtual assistant starter pack. This is like a set of templates that I personally put together to help your journey as a virtual assistant. So there are templates, there are things that can help you. So when a client says, I need you to do this for me, you can easily do them. I need you to do this for me, you have templates to use. And okay, you want to draw a contract for your clients, I give you contract templates, all of that. Then we have the support group. So we don't just teach you for 5 weeks and throw you away. No, we have a group, an active group where we share ideas, we share job links, we share things happening so that you can get jobs, you can have people who are pushing you. We post screenshot, or we post testimonies from other students. You can see the students accepting their congratulations, so yes, this is real. So it will push you to do better. Then another bonus class is the Upwork Mastery Program. We have the LinkedIn optimization class, we have the social media marketing plan template for free. Then we offer a certificate for free. Yes, we don't charge for the certificate for now. Maybe in the future we'll start charging for certificates, but the only criteria for collecting your certificate is when you submit your portfolio that you build during the class. So you must have a portfolio to show a client by the time you are graduating. Then we also have the 30 days content calendar templates, and then the 2 students get 30 days one-on-one mentorship worth 150,000 naira. So this is a bonus for the class, right? For the 5-week training. So we teach you 12 sections and then still give you this bonus. Okay. So let's move forward. Now, these are students. So I think at the beginning part of the class, I showed you guys some of my offers. So let it not be as if it's only me, my own offers I'm showing you. So these are some offers that my student got. So you can see something. This one is even Indian rupees. So it's not only dollars we earn, any currency at all, we grab it. Then you can see Christabel saying just a week of working, and she has gotten this amount on her profile. You can see Guinea Card that got a job for $4 per hour. You can also see the other person, Ada, that got a job of 1,500 US dollars. Or let me call it like the USA, 1,500 US dollars job. So this industry is very, you can be a broke ass today, and tomorrow you are a millionaire. At least because of the dollar rate now, just small dollar, you are a millionaire. I was looking at the other day, how much was it? It's less than, okay, it's like almost 616, less than how much? $600 or 500 and something dollar is 1 millionaire. And I was like, when did it get to this? When I started, $1 to naira was around 600. Now it is 16. If you believe that dollar will drop and become 1 naira to $1, I am sorry for you. Let me laugh at you. It will only keep going up. That is just the truth. It will only keep going up. So why not join this moving train and earn from in fact, it's not only dollar jobs you can get. Some of the skills we are teaching you, you can get jobs. I even encourage my students. Also, you can get jobs with Nigerian companies. In fact, there are some remote companies in Nigeria. Yes, You will see their jobs. They are Nigerian owned, but you will not go to the office. You work from home and you earn good money, right? These are internationally affiliated companies. So there's a lot that can happen working remotely. Then reviews from some of my students. So Blessing says, you are the best coach in this space and teaching is easy to understand. I appreciate how you patiently shared your knowledge without holding back. Thanks for being an amazing teacher. Then Stella says, your content is engaging, informative, and very easy to understand. I highly recommend. Now, if you actually agree with this review, that my content is engaging, informative, and very easy to understand, oh yeah, give me thumbs up. Give me thumbs up. If you gain anything today, oh yeah, manage now. Give me thumbs up. Just manage. Don't fall my hand now. Okay, thank you. Okay, then Ifoma says, honestly, this is the best time to earn in dollars from Nigeria. Coach Victoria is an amazing teacher who knows how to guide her students to success. She's dedicated and believes so much in bringing out the best in her students. I can recommend her anytime. So these are some reviews from past students. So you know that we are not joking here. It's not a joking stuff. Okay, let me see the chat and see what you are saying. Okay. Thank you for the thumbs up. So let's move forward. Let's round up real quick. So this is the Learn Simple Digital Skills to help you work for foreign companies and earn in dollars in this 5-week training with Coach Victoria. So we teach you general virtual assistance and all of these things that I already listed earlier. Now, the training fee is 20,000 naira. Only. Now, if you have made your research anywhere, if you have checked, you realize that I am charging one of, let me not even talk about what my charges are, but let me just talk about the value that I am bringing. So it's a 5-week serious class where it is very intense. And if you've seen the review from my students, you can see that it is not a joking thing. Why am I using this word? So it's 20,000 naira, but for the first let me see, first 15 people, you can pay 15,000. I'll also give you my ebook for free as bonus. So just the first 15 people will get it for 15,000, and then it goes back to 20,000. So it is 20,000 naira, but the first 15 to pay get it for 15, and then we'll go back to 20,000 naira. Then I'll also give those first 15 in my ebook, so they can also, start learning even before the class starts. Okay, so to take advantage of this life-changing opportunity, the first 15 people can pay 15K and get my ebook free, while others will pay 20,000 naira. Now, this is the account you can make payment to. There are also other payment options. We have Seller. Let me check the chat. Class will start next month, August. So you can make payments now, the first 15 only. Once it clocks 15, I will post it on the group that we've closed. Every other person pays 20. If we pass 15 and you pay 20, you will complete your money before I will give you access. You will complete your money. So you can pay now and send your receipt to the number on the screen. Or if you're on the group, the WhatsApp group, you can just look for my number, Coach Victoria. You can send it to me, the payment receipt. Then we also have Seller. I think I'll also post the Seller link for those outside Nigeria, those who cannot transfer to a Nigerian bank. You can pay through Seller. So for Seller, until I get the first 15, you can also pay with 15,000 naira. After that, it goes back to the normal price of 20,000 naira. Now, I know you have questions. I know. So I will take questions shortly. You can take a screenshot, right? You can take a screenshot. You can, so that's for future purpose or for future use. Okay, so let me just move forward. Now, frequently asked questions. How long is the class and when does it start? Now, the class will last for 5 weeks. We have this every week. Now, we hold the class in the evenings, right? 2 classes every week in the evenings. If there's any change, of course, you will know. And then the classes, how much is the class? So, in fact, I wanted to price at 25 before, but when you register today, you can pay 15,000 naira. Can I join without a laptop? You can learn and start practicing with your phone. In fact, there are some jobs you can do with your phone to save up to get a laptop to enable you get bigger jobs. Now, if you have a laptop, kudos, perfect, you're good to go. But if you have a phone, don't let that limit you. I started with my phone, right? I told you guys I started with social media management with my phone, and then it was until I got my first dollar job before I got a laptop. So laptop or phone, that should not limit you. Do you give jobs? Well, I am not a hiring agency, so I don't give jobs. But what I do is I train you on skills to help you get jobs. And then I show you where to get those jobs and how to get these high-paying jobs. Where does the class hold? It's a virtual class. So it's an online class. You can attend using your phone or your computer. I work full-time. How will I cope? All classes are recorded and sent to all students after each live class. You can watch them anytime. The discussion in the community are always available, and you can read up at your convenience. You never lose anything. What if I'm not available to attend a live class? If you miss a live class, you can always catch up and go back to it for your reference, right? You have access to the recording and the resources that I share for 1 year. 1 full year, you have access to the recordings. I am not tech savvy, or I don't know how to use computer. Can I join? You don't have to have any tech or computer skills to join the class. We'll teach you everything you need to know from scratch, okay? From scratch. Can I pay in installments? Well, you can make payments twice. However, payments must be completed before access will be given to the class. So I hope I have covered majority of your questions. So now I'll give you a chance to ask me more questions. Let me just check on people on YouTube. So now you can ask your questions. Please ask questions. Let me see. Please drop your questions. Or I think I have covered everybody's question, right? Okay. So if you have any more questions, you can always ask me on the group. Thank you so much for your time. I hope that you've gained value. I hope that you've learned something. If you've learned something, you can also give us a thumbs up so that we know that our effort was not in vain. That our effort was not in vain in the Lord. Okay. Thank you so much, guys, for joining. I don't want to take any much time. I hope I've been able to answer your questions and that you have gained value. So any more information will be dropped in the group. Remember, the first 15 people to pay will pay 15,000 and you get ebook. The class starts in August, right? Starts in August. I think August 31st. Yes, August 31st. So even if you're not among the early birds, you can still pay 20,000 and join the class. Okay, 20,000 and join the class. So we have from now till August to join the August batch. Okay, so we'll keep communicating in the group. From time to time, I will send you more information. Like I said, I'm going to send you the tutorial on how to use Google Drive, right? And other things that's just for free so that you can keep yourself busy learning until you join us. Okay, so it's a pleasure. It's a pleasure to have. What time does the live class start? Okay, please ask your question. I'm seeing question. I'm seeing question. What time does the live class start? In August. So 2 classes every week. So it's a total of I think 10 or 11 classes. 10 or 11 classes, depending on how the classes go. Like the class that just graduated, they did 11. So it's between 10 to 11 classes. So someone says, as a virtual assistant, can one take only one service to render and get paid? You can decide to render just one service and get paid, as long as it's an in-demand skill. So we make sure that in DG Empowerment Hub, we teach you in-demand skills so that you are among the top people who are needed in the online job space. Please ask your question if you have any more. I'll take one more question. Please ask your question. If you have, please ask. Okay, let me see. What is the duration of the training? It's for 5 weeks. Okay, the community group, is it in WhatsApp or Telegram? We use both WhatsApp and Telegram. We use both WhatsApp and Telegram. What time in the evening and how many hours? The class lasts for about 2 hours plus. Let's say 2 hours, 30 minutes. Or between 2 hours to 2 hours, 30 minutes, depending on the topic that we are focusing on that day. It's a 5-week training. Okay, what time in the evening? We usually do 7 p.m. West African time. But if there are any changes, of course, we'll let you know. All classes are recorded. So even if you miss a live class, you still get the recording. You can watch it and keep up with the class. Okay. Is the mentorship for a period of time? If I understand you, you mean after the training where you have access to music for a period of time. Well, you have the support group, you have live access to the support group. So you have people to ask questions, people who have gotten jobs already, who trained with me, who have already gotten jobs, people who are still, applying and still trying. So we are all helping each other. I'm also there answering questions as need be. So you have access to that. Okay. So I see that we've exhausted all questions. Okay, Mercy says, what date in August? We're looking at 31st, right? We're looking at 31st of August. We might decide. Who is that? If we see that we've gotten the number that we need, we might decide to move the training like let's say 1 week before the 31st or whenever. So it just depends. Okay. Okay, thank you so much. Let me not take any much time. I don't want this thing to run into 2 hours. Okay, thank you guys for joining. It's been a pleasure as always. Please, you can follow me on Facebook and on Instagram. I drop really, really sweet content on how to earn working from home. Let me just okay, I'll drop it again. Please follow us. I would appreciate it if you follow us, right? Thank you so much for joining. Have a great day and enjoy your night rest. So please, if you make payment, if you're among the 15, just send it as to my DM. Go to the WhatsApp group. You will see among the admins, you see Coach Victoria. That's my personal number. You can ask your questions if you like, or you can send screenshots of the what's it called, your payment receipts. If you are once it gets to 15, I'll let you guys know so that the rest can pay 20,000. Thank you for joining us. Have a good night and bye-bye. Let me end the meeting.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.